Chandamama Ramayana, Part 59. Agastya narrated the story of Vali and Sugriva to Rama thus: the central peak of Mount Meru is sacred even to the Devas. Upon it exists the vast Brahma Sabha. Once, while Brahma was practicing yoga, he cast away the water that flowed from his eyes. From those drops, a Vanara was born. Brahma instructed that Vanara to remain with him for some time and to live by eating the tubers and fruits on Mount Meru. From then on, that Vanara would roam on the trees all day and, as evening approached, would return to Brahma bringing good flowers and fruits. In this manner, a long time passed. One day, the Vanara felt thirsty. He went to the northern peak of Mount Meru. There, he beheld a lake filled with numerous birds. The Vanara shook his body once, sat near the water, and as he peered into the water to quench his thirst, his reflection appeared therein. Thinking that another Vanara, his enemy, was hiding in the water and wishing to find his end, the Vanara leaped suddenly into the water and searched a great deal. When the other Vanara did not appear inside, he returned to the shore. As soon as he reached the shore, that Vanara turned into a beautiful woman. While that woman sat there with a world-enchanting form, Indra and Surya came that way while returning after seeing Brahma. The eyes of both fell upon her at the same time. Both became enamored of her. Because of them, she conceived and gave birth to Vali and Sugriva. Indra gave a garland of golden lotuses as a gift to his son Vali. Surya made Hanuman the friend of his son Sugriva. Afterward, that Vanara's female form vanished, and the original form returned. He himself raised his two sons. He is Riksharajsa. Upon the command of Brahma, Riksharajsa took his two sons and went to Kishkindha, the city of the Vanaras. There, he performed his coronation and became the king of all the Vanaras dwelling in all the 7 islands. Rama, Riksharajsa is both the father and the mother to Vali and Sugriva, said Agastya, and thus concluded the story. After the coronation of Rama was performed, many days passed happily for all those who had come. Thereafter, one by one, they left. Rama expressed his gratitude to everyone, honored them in a fitting manner, and sent them off. Accompanied by Bharat, King Janaka departed, taking Lakshman along. The king of Kekeya departed. Upon the invitation of Bharat, Pratardana, the king of Kashi, and other kings also returned to their respective countries. The Vanaras and Rakshasas, who had come with Rama, spent 2 months happily in Ayodhya, and they too set out. Rama honored Sugriva, Angada, Hanuman, and others who had assisted him in the war very well. Likewise, he performed honors for Vibhishan and his Rakshasas. They all started and went away to Kishkindha and Lanka. Afterward, Rama continued to spend time roaming in the forests with Sita and conversing with friends. Signs of pregnancy appeared in Sita. One day, Rama said, "Sita, you are pregnant, are you not? If you have any desires, tell me, I will fulfill them." Sita, lowering her face with a gentle smile, said, "I have a desire to see the hermitages of the sages on the banks of the Ganga, eat their tubers and fruits, and wander under the trees there." Rama said to Sita, "You shall certainly do so. I will send you there tomorrow." Having said this to Sita, he came among his friends and, while sitting and telling humorous stories, he looked at one named Bhadra and asked, "So Bhadra, what do the people think about me, about Sita, about my mothers, and about my brothers?" Bhadra joined his hands and said, "People speak in many ways. They mostly talk about the destruction of Ravana." Rama suspected that Bhadra was hiding something. "Bhadra, tell the truth. Whether it is good or bad, tell it without hiding," he said. "People speak highly of you, saying that you built a bridge across the ocean and destroyed Ravana completely. They feel very proud seeing you. However, they say that you, who brought back Sita after Ravana had seated her on his lap, taken her to Lanka, and kept her under his control for so long, do not know good from bad. They say that tomorrow, if anything happens to their own wives, they too will have to endure it. For it is said, as is the king, so are the subjects. Wherever one goes, people gather in groups and speak these very words," said Bhadra. Rama, suffering greatly within, asked the other friends, "Is this word true?" All of them lowered their heads and said it was true. Rama sent them all away, called the gatekeeper nearby, and said, "Bring Lakshman, Bharat, and Shatrughna." Soon, those 3 came to Rama. With a lusterless face and tears flowing from his eyes, Rama embraced his brothers, seated them upon the thrones, and informed them about the public slander he had received regarding Sita. Agni and other devas said that Sita is innocent. It felt the same in my inner soul as well. Lakshman, that happened right before your eyes. That is why I brought Sita to Ayodhya. But it is very painful to endure this slander. I would give up my life or even you all, but I cannot tolerate infamy. What is it to abandon Sita? The sorrow caused by this slander shall not remain with me. Therefore, Lakshman, tomorrow at dawn, take Sita on the chariot and leave her in the forest near the hermitage of Valmiki on the banks of the river Thamasa. Do not speak against my word. Do not say anything regarding Sita. If you do, it is an oath upon me. Sita desired to see the hermitages of the sages. That desire will be fulfilled, said Rama. Having said these words, he went into the inner apartments, sighing in sorrow. The next day, as soon as it dawned, Lakshman went to Sumantra. His face was sorrowful, and his mouth was dry. He said to Sumantra, "It is the command of Rama to take Sita to the hermitages of the sages. Sita and I are starting just now. Prepare the chariot immediately. Bring a soft seat from the royal palace for Sita and arrange it in the chariot." As soon as Sumantra prepared and brought the chariot, Lakshman went to Sita and said, "Mother, it seems you told the king that you wished to see the hermitages. The king's command has been given. Let us go to the hermitages located on the banks of the Ganga. Start. According to my elder brother's command, I am also coming with you." Sita felt supreme joy at these words and, taking costly clothes, jewels, and ornaments for the wives of the sages, she started on the chariot with Lakshman. As the chariot moved swiftly, Sita saw evil omens. Mentioning that matter to Lakshman, she asked, "The mothers-in-law and others are well, are they not?" Although his heart was pounding within, Lakshman smiled outwardly and said, "They are all quite well." By the time it became night, the chariot reached the Gomti Teeth. Having spent that night there and starting at dawn, they reached the banks of the Ganga by noon. Upon seeing the Ganga, Lakshman could not restrain his grief. Seeing that, Sita said, "What is this, Lakshman? Why are you weeping? When I am rejoicing that my long-cherished desire is fulfilled, why are you spoiling my happiness with your grief? Take me across the Ganga quickly and lead me to the hermitages of the sages. I shall give all these gifts to the wives of the sages. We shall spend this night there and return to Ayodhya tomorrow morning. I too am yearning to see Rama again." Lakshman wiped his eyes, called the boatmen nearby, arranged for a boat, and crossed the Ganga along with Sita. Sumantra remained on the other bank with the chariot. After reaching the other bank, Lakshman joined his hands and offered salutations to Sita, saying, "Sita, my elder brother has pierced my heart with a spear. It would have been better if I had died rather than performing such a sinful deed," and he collapsed, overcome by grief. Sita was alarmed seeing his state and said, "Lakshman, I do not understand your words. You seem to be in some agitation. Tell me clearly what the cause of your suffering is. Otherwise, it is an oath upon your elder brother." Then Lakshman said to Sita, "Mother, my elder brother, while conversing with his friends, heard a terrible public slander regarding you. That slander is not fit to be heard by you. Because of that, my elder brother, being consumed by grief, has abandoned you. My elder brother knows that there is no fault in you, and I know it too. Nevertheless, fearing the slander, he has done this. I must leave you here and return to Ayodhya. This is the royal command. Do not distress your mind excessively. Dwell in these meritorious hermitages of the sages. The great sage Valmiki is a close friend to my father. Seek refuge in him and live happily." Hearing these words, Sita was stunned for a moment. Afterward, she recovered and, weeping piteously, said, "Lakshman, I was born only to suffer hardships. I must have committed some sin in a previous birth. I must have caused separation to some couple. Even during the forest exile, though I was near Rama and he was comforting me, I used to remain sorrowful. Such being the case, imagine how this forest exile without Rama will be. To whom shall I tell my sorrow? If the sages ask why your husband abandoned you, what shall I say? I could fall into this river Ganga and die, but because of that, your lineage might be subjected to ridicule. You have carried out the command of your elder brother, now you go, my child. Convey my salutations to all my mothers-in-law. Say that I inquired about the welfare of the king, and that I offered prostrate salutations to him. It is my duty to remove the slander that has come upon him. Tell him that I asked him to rule the kingdom righteously, looking upon his brothers and the subjects in the same manner, and to earn matchless fame in the world." Chandamama Ramayana, Part 59 is complete. For now, Swasti.